Hello there, this is The Power Circuit, an informative program brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is an interface between the generation companies, GENCOs, and the distribution companies, DISCOs. I am Amara Agugoesi, and in today's edition of the program, we have reports on key sector developments for your viewing delight. Here are the headlines. Nigeria's Minister of Power, top officials at Siemens headquarters in Berlin to discuss power projects. TCN Management Senior Staff Union leverage on cooperation to boost power transmission operations. Come with us to the 330-132 kilovolts Geregu transmission substation and see how it serves 2 power plants efficiently. We also have the Regional Transmission Manager, Kaduna Region of TCN, Engineer Haruna Aminu, who will speak on the capacity of the region and how teamwork has helped to enhance the transmission network operation within the region. That will be in the interview segment. Keep it locked with the Power Circuits. Nigeria's Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar Aliyu, has led a delegation of key officials in the power sector to the Siemens Energy headquarters in Berlin, Germany, where they discussed progress of the ongoing Siemens Presidential Power Initiative.
The minister was received by the President and Chief Executive Officer of Siemens Energy, Dr. Christian Bruch, at the Siemens Energy headquarters in Berlin. While the meeting reviewed progress of the Presidential Power Initiative (PPI), the minister's visit was also aimed at working with Siemens Energy to fast-track the delivery of the mobile substations and transformers ordered by the Nigerian government to improve and stabilize electricity across the country. The overall essence of the visit, according to a statement from the minister's office, was to enable the officials review the Presidential Power Initiative with a view to fast-track the delivery. Engineer Liu was accompanied by the Managing Director of FGN Power Company, Mr. Kenny Anwe, the Head Project Management Office, PMO, Engineer Balarabe Shehu, a Director at the Ministry, Engineer Farouk Yabo, and the Chief Technical Officer of FGN Power Company, Engineer Idowu Oyebanjo. FGN Power Company is the local implementing firm of the Siemens Presidential Power Project for Nigeria, cutting across transmission and distribution sections of the power sector value chain in the first phase. Shortly after the meeting, the Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar Aliyu, also participated in a panel session at the 8th Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue, BETD. The minister and his counterparts from more than 50 countries and high-level international delegations held discussions with representatives from the business communities, academia, and civil society. The thrust of the discussion was on strategies for the intelligent transformation of energy systems around the world.
The management of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, led by the Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, is intentional about boosting the operations of the power transmission system. With this in mind, the management has just held the first National Joint Advisory Committee meeting for the year with executives of the Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allied Companies, SEAC. Here is a highlight of the proceedings of the meeting, which took place at the TCN corporate headquarters in Abuja.
In his opening remarks, the TCN henchman, Engineer Abdulaziz, lauded the SEAC members for their cooperation last year, which he said was quite remarkable.
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the first National Joint Advisory Committee meeting with SEAC for the year 2022. I will recall that 2021 was a particularly remarkable year for good industrial relations in TCN, as major issues which came up in the course of work were amicably resolved in our consultative meetings. I must say that this is the way to go. It is my hope that the robust relationship that has long existed over the years will continue to be enjoyed, and this will be mutually beneficial to the corporate existence of TCN.
Engineer Abdulaziz further charged the union members to continue to support the TCN management so it can sustain the company's mandates.
I have no doubt that you will, as usual, support us in our responsibility to will forward to Nigerians as a mandate given to us. As partners in progress, management is resolute and committed to working hand in glove with you to achieve desired results as well as sustain peaceful industrial climate for better productivity.
The TCN head used the occasion to highlight the improvements that the company has recorded in recent time while implementing its transmission rehabilitation and expansion program.
In this program, we recently took delivery of 5 number 150 MVA and 10 number 60 MVA transformers at Ojo Central Store, Lagos through the World Bank and NTA project. I'm sure you will agree with me that this is a record milestone in the history of TCN, as no management has given maintenance and space this type of priority. We have also made tremendous progress in the area of synergy and maintenance of cordial relationship with other stakeholders in the electricity value chain.
Emphasizing more on the collaborative efforts of TCN with other players in the power sector, Engineer Abdulaziz said the service level agreement regime was working.
Hence, the signing of service level agreement with the DISCOs and the commencement of the service level agreement projects aim at prioritizing and executing interface projects between TCN and the various DISCOs to ensure that power is delivered to the DISCOs where they need it and they can distribute it to the consumers. The procurement of these projects has been concluded and the successful bidders are in the process of signing the contracts. We are also interfacing closely with FGM Power Limited to support the Presidential Power Initiative through Siemens AG of Germany by giving them all the technical support they require from us to ensure the successful delivery of the transmission component of that program.
In his remarks, the national president of SIAC, Comrade Chris Okonkwo, lauded the TCN management for the strategies in place to continue to leverage on the labor and management cooperation.
It's indeed another privilege we have to show good partnership with the management of TCN. Management that has shown maturity and above all shown wisdom in the relationship with labor in the last 1.5 years plus. We must commend a good effort and a good mean which has given this opportunity for this meeting that has been recurring and at regular intervals as in the law, as in the the constitutional service. We cannot talk much on this, but to say that the MD CEO, as he already alluded, has been invited with his team to our National Delegates Conference in April, particularly April 8th, where we shall be appreciating him with an award on this particular score. And we know that once he's given, it is for all the management team and the entire company at large.
Comrade Okonkwo also commended the TCN management for sustaining a high maintenance culture of the power transmission network.
We want to commend the steady progress. We want to commend the effort, particularly at maintenance. We already mentioned it. A lot of materials are being stocked, particularly the heavy ones, transformers, that while I have been in the stores as general manager, I have not seen that number of materials in the store.
The senior staff union leader gave the assurance that SIAC will continue to work with the TCN management to always deliver on the company's mandates.
I want to say that Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allied Companies remains your partner in progress, remains a member of both management and staff, and have a lot to lose should things go bad. And by God's grace, we will not let it be. We will not let it be. We will continue to engage, advise, suggest, make input, solicited, unsolicited, just to make sure information or ideas are available for consideration and possibly for use.
The meeting ended with a renewed resolve to continue the partnership towards having a stronger, impactful, and efficient transmission company of Nigeria, TCN.
Let's take a break. More reports coming your way shortly.
Verify that land before you buy it. To drastically reduce the incidence of building under the transmission right-of-way or encroaching on designated TCN land, members of the public are hereby requested to verify land near or along transmission line route before purchasing it. Verification should be made in the Land Development Authority or at the TCN office. This would help in drastically reducing the incidence of building under transmission line right-of-way and save us all the problem of pulling down the structure or truncating transmission line expansion projects in your community due to court injunction. Help us serve you better. Verify that land before you buy it.
The 330-132 kilovolts Geregu transmission substation in Kogi State is one of the complex facilities of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. This is because the substation evacuates electricity from 2 power plants to the national grid. Let's take you through the sights and sounds of the substation.
One of the first power plants serviced by the Geregu transmission substation is the Geregu 1 power plant, has about 400 megawatts. The second is the Geregu NIPP, which was commissioned in 2014 with 434 megawatts power generation capacity. Both of them are connected to the substation, which is just opposite of the plants and separated by a highway. However, each of the power plants has a control panel and switch yard for transmitting the generated power, which serves as an extension for the Geregu transmission substation within the power plants. A senior manager system operations at the Geregu substation, engineer Ibrahim Mohammed Shabu, explained the capacity of the substation as well as its coverage area.
This is beginning line 1, this is beginning line 2. As the supply is coming to this bus, there's these 2 bus 1, bus 2. Geregu 1 and 2 comes from this side, and I just this bus 1 and 2. So at the moment it moved to the transformer. So from the transformer, this magic transformer outside, that's 162 AVA. So this also bus 1, bus 2. This local line 1, local line 2. So the supply from here moved to local line 1. This one moved to local line 2. On 330 voltage level. Then this panel all is 132 control panel. This is transformer 1, transformer 2, transformer 3. This one is for the reactor. So as is from 330, energize this bus 1 and 2 for 132 kV voltage level. Then the supply move to this breaker like this. Energize this one, move to this one, move to Ajakuta 132 substation. Then supply also moved to Okene from this bus. Okene Opela Itato. Then ASCO, that is steel power plant industry, from this bus, they feed them direct. But there are 2 lines. This line is on SOC now, while this line is the one feeding the steel company, the whole of the steel, Ajakuta Steel Company. Because they have 2 lines, as you see in the switch chart. This and this. This one is on SOC, while this one is the one in service, feeding them. We have 4 132 line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this Ajakuta Okene Itakwe. This single line is feeding 3 substations along this line. That is Itakwe, Ayo or Okene 132 and Okpela 132. Sometimes we do feed up to Irua and Esako as Auchi. There's Mobita transformer there that we used to feed them. But sometimes if their line is bad, we'll feed them from here. I think that's problem or they want to carry maintenance. It's flexibility of the of the circuit. Sometimes they do feed Okene also from Benin through this 132 line up to Okene.
At the control panel area and switchyard of the Geregu 1 power plant, Engineer Shabu also spoke about the functions of the control panel as he demonstrated how power is evacuated from the nearby power plants to the national grid through the Geregu transmission substation and the neighboring Ajokuta transmission substation.
Is controlling the evacuation of power supply from the power station, our neighbor here. The moment they generate any unit that is, they put it in service that they want to generate, let's say GT11 or GT12 or GT13. If all the units they are working, you can see this one, this breaker is in open position, show that this unit is not generating. You can see this line that is show this arrow like this, it shows that this unit is generating to this bus. Then it comes like this. This unit 13, you can see this line that is making straight like this. It shows that this unit is generating to this bus. This one to this bus, this one to this bus. So all come, this one come like this to Ajakuta, our site. Then this one, like this come to Ajakuta line 2 again. That is Geregu line 1, line 2 to Ajakuta 1 and 2 at the other side. This 1 and 2, that's the one that link from here to that side.
The engineering team also took the power circuit crew to the control panel area and switchyard section of the Geregu NIPP plant, also called Geregu 2.
This is Geregu 2 330 TS control room. You can see this one is a panel of relays that if there's any problems on the equipment, is the one that show our operators. The operator could raise alarm to the maintenance staff to come and solve that problem. If the one for Geregu power station, they will raise it to the power station, they'll come and solve the problem. While this one is the control panel, just like that, Geregu 1 that will reach.
You are on to the interview segment of the Power Circuit. And today, we'll be speaking with the Regional Transmission Manager, Kaduna Region, Engineer Haruna Aminu, on the activities of the region, which is one of the 10 regions of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN.
The Kaduna region is said to be a big one and recently gave birth to the Kano region. Can you tell us more about this region?
Kaduna region is one of the oldest region in TCN, and it's now among the 10 regions. We are operating at 330 kV voltage and 132 and 33. Presently, we receive supply from Shiroro on 330 kV to Mandohia via two circuits, circuit R1M and R2M. And on reaching Mando, we transmit at the same voltage level to Kano, which is a heavy load center. At the same time, we transmit at 330 kV to Jos substation. In Kaduna here, we have 5 number 330 132/33 kV power transformers, which they step the voltage from 330 to 132 kV. On 132 kV, we have 3 lines that radiates out. One goes to Zaria on 132 kV. From Zaria, it tee off to Kwanat Angora. And at the same time at Zaria, it goes to Funtua, to Gusau, up to Talata Mafara. On the other side, we have 2 circuits on 132 kV that radiates to Kakuri power station, where we have 4 number 60 MVA 132/33 kV transformers that deliver power to distribution centers. That is how far we have in Kaduna for now.
How reliable is the transmission network in the region?
When you talk of reliability of a network, is that it has to deliver the required load at the efficiency without interruption. So for now, I can say our reliability is almost 99%, because throughout last year, we have not more than 3 trippings on our 330 kV lines. And presently, as I'm talking to you now, this is the 3rd week that we have entered without recording any tripping in our system under Kaduna region. So in terms of reliability, I can tell you that we are forging ahead, and our performance is actually very, very high.
Do you have adequate skilled personnel for the job?
As of now, I can tell you that we have adequate manpower, and we are putting them on intensive training, because the old hands are going out, so we have to prepare the young ones that are coming off to face the challenges.
What is the drive of the company, and how are you pushing this?
So the first thing I did when I came is to bring round the table all stakeholders, and I was able to let the staff know the importance, and to let them know that we cannot exist individually. Whatever we are going to do, it has to be a collective effort. Our aim is for TCN to be one of the leading transmission companies, and one hand cannot do that. We have to work as a team.
What legacy would you want to leave behind?
I do not regard myself as a boss, but I just regard myself as a leader, that I have to play an exemplary style that people will emulate me. And secondly, what I would like to leave behind is a legacy, is that I want to leave a legacy that even if I left, people will be remembering that actually it is me that established that. And that is the mutual coexistence among staff, peaceful environment among the staff. That one has never been achieved in Kaduna. Throughout my tenure in Kaduna for 2 years, we have not had any industrial action. Even if there are going to be that, we try as much as possible to walk around the clock and sit down and do dialogue. And that is my belief.
That was Engineer Haruna Aminu, the Regional Transmission Manager of the TCN Kaduna region. Engineer Aminu spoke on the capacity of the region and how teamwork is paying off in the transmission network operation within the region. Always keep in touch for enriching interview sessions on these segments. Again, here are the stories we brought to you. Nigeria's Minister of Power, top officials at Siemens headquarters in Berlin to discuss power projects. TCN Management Senior Staff Union leverage on cooperation to boost power transmission operations. We also took you through the operational capacity of the 330 132 kilovolts Geregu transmission substation, which serves the Geregu 1 and Geregu 2 power stations in Kogi State. And in the interview segment, the Regional Transmission Manager Kaduna Region, Engineer Haruna Aminu, touched on the enormous capacity of the region and how teamwork has helped TCN to sustain grid operations without a downtime in recent time. Keep it up with TCN as you watch our episodes on the TCN YouTube channel. Also visit these platforms to learn more about TCN and its mandate of delivering improved bulk electricity nationwide. Ensure you protect yourself against the COVID-19 pandemic by getting vaccinated and following the prevention protocols. I am Amara Agugoesi. Hope to see you again.